My next guest is going to be back in action, fighting at Legends of Combat 5. A bit of a homecoming here, October 25th. He's going to be taking on Shawn Tarlton. Happy to be joined, as always, by Cody Stamann here on the program. Cody, how you doing?
I'm good, brother. How long have we been doing this? 10 years?
Yes, at least 10 years. Yeah, more than that. So.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you as well. And for those who don't know, that was like my third take on the intro. Kind of butchered that one, but hey, it's going to happen. Good to talk to you, man. I was wondering what was going to go on with you because obviously we last saw you in the UFC. You get this fight with Legends of Combat. Obviously, there's a tie there with Matt Frendo. I know you fought for him before. Take me through how this all came together and when you found out.
Well, I mean, honestly, I was kind of in a spot like, after my last UFC fight, fought out the contract, my last UFC fight, not a great performance. Didn't get re-signed, and I kind of considered like hanging it up and just being like, okay, I had an awesome time in the UFC. I made a lot of money. It was an awesome life experience, and I was just gonna move on with my life. But then one after another, friends needed me for training camps, and I just ended up in the gym, staying in the gym. But then the fight offers started popping up, and a lot of them were at 135 pounds. And I was like, I can't see myself doing that unless it's for like an insane amount of money. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, if something comes up that's lucrative at 45, like I'll do it. And then I got approached by someone that, was basically like, yeah, we need you to have a win and we can put you on, I can't say what, but we can put your name in a hat for some big opportunities. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, all right, 145, I need to win at 45. Who do I call? And honestly, Matt was always great to me. Him and I had a really good relationship. And I'm like, if I'm going to do this, I got to do it at home. You know what I mean? And it's kind of humbling for me, going from, being a top 10 UFC fighter to fighting, in Michigan. And I just kind of had to swallow my pride and be like, I'm going to do this. But all the people in Michigan have been so supportive. Everybody is so excited that I'm fighting, like people reaching out to me like, dude, I can't wait to see you fight live, saying all this stuff. And it's like kind of rejuvenated, my love for the sport and kind of why I got into it. Mm-hmm. It's been a long time since I fought at home, and I'm really excited to do it in front of my family, in front of my friends, and in front of the people that supported me long before anybody gave two shits who I was.
Well, I was going to bring that up actually, because I remember I didn't know about this. I saw sort of a post on social media because obviously I know Matt and everything, and the reception that I saw that people knew you were going to be fighting back in Michigan was pretty cool. Did that kind of rejuvenate you a little bit too, just knowing there's a lot of people that support you and want to see you still compete?
Yeah, I mean, because you think about, like, I live in Las Vegas. I'm so separated from those people, and then I announced that I'm fighting in Michigan, and everyone just blows me up, and everyone's super excited. And I was kind of like, obviously, fighting in the UFC and fighting on the regional scene are two very different things. Mm-hmm. So it was really humbling and hard for me to kind of swallow my pride and do that. And I really didn't think I would have to, or I even would. And then, I don't know, the amount of support that I've gotten from the people back home has really kind of like lifted me up. And I'm like, I haven't really been this excited to get into a fight in a really, really long time. Mm-hmm. Like I'm honestly, I don't know, I kind of fell back in love with the sport again. That not having to cut the extra, 10 pounds to make 135 pounds, that was getting pretty draining. I stopped being able to make that weight a long time ago. But I kind of just was too dumb and stubborn to realize it. But yeah, I mean, it's been pretty incredible, how many people have kind of rallied around me and are going to be at the fight in Muskegon.
And I didn't realize this until I looked up Shawn, but there's a bit of history here because he beat your buddy Chad Decker earlier this year. So is it kind of like a bit of not a revenge fight, but like you hoping to get one back there for Chad in this fight?
Yeah, well, that and like his fans were super rude. Really? When we were walking the fight. Chad actually choked him out at the end of the fight. But Chad, it wasn't his best performance, but his fans were so rude. I mean, as I was walking out to the fight, somebody spit their drink on me, like what? Literally spit their drink on me as I'm walking out to the cage. So I'm furious, irate, like pointing at this guy, like I'm gonna see you as soon as this fight's over. And Shawn might be the nicest dude in the world, but like I'm gonna hurt him in every way I can in front of all his friends and family. And I'm not going to feel bad about it because the way that those people acted, at Chad's fight, it was really, really incredible how rude they were. And I'm really looking forward to humbling him real soon.
How do you feel like you match up against him stylistically? 5-3 record. How do you feel like your style gels with his?
I'm gonna kill him. I don't know what he does. I have no idea. Like I haven't watched any film on him. I don't have a single clue what he is or who he's about. But I know what I'm about, and I mean, I'm really thankful that he took the fight. It's been I wasn't sure that anybody would. I've had a ton of offers, and in the last like 6-8 months, and as soon as it came like down to brass tacks to sign the contracts, like everyone's like, yeah, never mind, I'm not doing this. So yeah, I'm thankful that he took it, but I'm gonna humble him in front of his fans.
Okay. Take me through camp a bit. Who you been working with? Who's helping you get ready for this fight?
Actually, literally, that's why I'm shirtless. I just got home from the gym. I was actually sparring Chad and Kai Kamaka, Julian Rosa.
Nice.
Got a really good group of 45-pound guys, man. There's a lot of studs. Danny Gay. Yeah, there's a bunch of studs at 45 in the gym. It's a pretty good group of dudes, and we're training together every day. It's brutal. It's honestly brutal. It's gotten significantly harder. I think that the team is kind of taken some lumps in the last few months, and it's kind of ramped the level up for everybody. The sparring is getting a little more intense. The training session, the schedule's changing. There's a lot going on at Extreme Couture. We're pretty committed to being the best gym in the world, and everyone's kind of jumping on board, and we're kind of ramping the level up quite a bit. It's been brutal, honestly.
Okay. No, that's cool to hear. And it's cool because it's been that crew for so long, like Dan and Julian Arosa, and I know Kai as well. So that's kind of awesome that it's still working. How different is this camp cutting to 45 instead of 35 for you?
I was just talking with someone at the gym today about it. Like, I feel like I haven't done enough. You know what I mean? Because when I have to make 35, it's like I'm forced to do 3 workouts. I have to be so disciplined on a diet because I'm coming down from 175 pounds. It's not easy. It wasn't easy for me to do it, and it really took a lot of the fun out of the sport because like I'm thinking back to my last fight in the UFC. 6 weeks out, I get a phone call. I'm 175 pounds. I just got married, and I have to make weight in 6 weeks. And I can think of like I was doing 3-day fast for the entire time. Like from Friday to Monday, I wasn't eating. And then I was eating, 1,000 calories or less for that 6 weeks straight, just to get down to 160 pounds,
Mm-hmm.
the week of the fight. And then, then it's guts and balls after that. And I just haven't been recovering. I feel like the man all camp, and I'm like, I'm back. I feel great. And then that weight cut comes around, and the next day I got to fight, and I'm just like, kind of, I'm just not recovering the way I did when I was, 22 years old. And, a lot of people that cared about me and loved me were like, dude, stop cutting your weight. Like, it's affecting your performances. And, being the stubborn, dumb dude that I am, I didn't listen to him. And I really wish I would have, because I think things would have been a lot different.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know you cut that much weight. Your corner, who's going to be making the trip out there to Michigan with you?
I'm gonna have Chad with me. I actually thought about just doing it like cowboy style and not even having a corner.
Okay.
Just walking in there by myself. Like, I don't need water. I don't need a stool. I don't need a towel. Just going in there, just me. Be like, you know what I mean? Like waving to my family before I walk in the cage and be like, hey, I'll be right back. And just kind of getting the job done. But yeah, I'll have Chad, probably my brother, and I don't know, who knows? We'll maybe throw somebody else in there. We'll see.
Okay. You said you're going to kill him. How are you going to kill him on October 25th?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I need a knockout. You know what I mean? I need a knockout. It's one thing to go out there and wrestle and take someone down, choke them out. I know that I'm capable of beating this guy pretty much anywhere the fight goes, but I'd like something spectacular, but I'll take the fight as it comes. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. I just need to get a win. I need to get back on track and, start looking at some big opportunities in the future.
So you talked about it there. Like, if you win this fight, there's a big opportunity potentially on the horizon after this is kind of what you're looking at. Would that be something that would happen this year, or do you think next year?
I think could happen at the end of this year, but I think it's more likely going to be something that takes place next year.
I was going to ask too. So you mentioned getting married, which, by the way, congrats. I don't know if we talked since you got married, but if we did, then whatever. I'm repeating myself. It doesn't matter. But I was going to ask you, because obviously you're from Michigan originally. Would you ever consider moving back? I know obviously with fighting right now, Vegas is the place to be. But do you see yourself long term ever moving back home?
Yeah, actually, I just I sold a couple of rental properties, and we're looking at buying something. I want to, I'm a country boy living in Las Vegas. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Right. That's why I brought it up. Yeah, because you like hunting and all that stuff. You can't really do that in Vegas.
Yeah, I don't operate in the city well. You know what I mean? Like I don't like the traffic. I don't like all the people. I kind of like to be left alone, and that's like not a great thing for the sport that I chose. Because you got to be kind of attention seeking human, and I'm just not that. Like I like to go get in a fight and then go spend some time in the woods and go hunting and fishing and spend time with my family. I don't really care about all the other crap that comes with the sport, but yeah, I mean, I'm looking to buy 20 acres of land and build a little cabin and just be a little hillbilly for the rest of my life.
That's the dream right there. That sounds awesome. I know Julian Rosa did that, right? Like he bought a place back home, and I think he just comes and does his camps with you guys, right? Is what he told me.
Yeah, that's basically what he's doing. Yeah, he's home. I know his wife and kid are home, and I like the way he set it up. I'm gonna try to do the same thing. I'm just gonna copy and paste exactly what he did.
There we go. It's going to be Legends of Combat 5 coming up here October 25th. And if you can't make that one live, you can watch it on Spectation Sports. Cody, great catching up with you, man. Glad to hear all is well. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media you want to mention, I'll give you the last word.
I'd just like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.